retire. The Chicago Cubs making their first playoff appearance since 2008. Dexter Fowler leads it off. The rookie Kyle Schwarber hits second. The likely rookie of the year in the National League, Chris Bryant, hitting third, then Anthony Rizzo in the cleanup spot. Tommy La Stella gets the start at third base. Then it's Starlin Castro, Miguel Montero behind the plate, another rookie, Addison Russell at short, and Jake Arrieta on the mound. Garrett Cole ready to go. Dexter Fowler stepping in. You see the 32 starts for Cole, a record of 19-8. The 3-1. Line to center field, and that is going to fall in front of McCutchen for a base hit. Tonight, there goes Fowler. Pitch inside. Here's the throw. And he is safe. Fowler with a lead at second. Here comes the 2-2. Slapped into left. Near the line. That's going to fall for a hit. Fowler's going to score easily. Schwarber a wide turn. Returns to first. Ball got away, but Schwarber will stay at first with an RBI single here in the first off of Garrett Cole. The 2-1. On the ground to third. Harrison to second for one. The first double play. On the ground into the shift. Walker. A low throw, and it's juggled by Rodriguez at first, and Rizzo is safe. Strike three card. La Stella caught looking. But the Cubs get on the board. Jake Arrieta takes the stage in Pittsburgh. Tonight's batting order presented by Hankook Tire for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Gregory Polanco leads it off, and it's Josh Harrison, Andrew McCutchen in the 3-hole, followed by Starling Marte. Francisco Cervelli does the catching and hits fifth, and it's Neil Walker, Jordy Mercer, Sean Rodriguez, and Garrett Cole on the mound against Jake Arrieta.
Garrett Cole had given up 18 first-inning runs in the regular season, one tonight. Jake Arrieta has not given up a first-inning run in his last 23 starts.
The 1-2. Strike three call.
Jumpy, you can't get out there too soon. Short swing, let the power of his arm provide the power.
Grounder to second that Castro handles. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. And has completely turned that around, and McCutchen turns that around. A single up the middle with 2 down here in the first. Arrieta to the plate, and Marte swings right through it. Second strikeout of the inning, and we have played one in the wild card game. Cubs lead it 1-0.
Picks it up a clip.
The 1-2 is tapped toward third. Cole makes the play and gets him by a step. With starting 3 rookies in this game. The ground out to short for the second out, but that's in the air to left center field. McCutchen says, I got this, and he does. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Cole. Middle of the second at PNC. We'll be back. On the ground to first. Rizzo will win the race for the first out. But Joe has done a lot of out-of-the-box things as Walker strikes out, and that's the third K for Jake Arrieta. That's in the air to center. Dexter Fowler. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Arrieta. 2 innings in the books in the NL wildcard on TBS. A good hitter. Gone deep a couple of times this year. But he goes down swinging on 3 pitches to lead off the third. Tonight's Chevrolet pitch tracks. You see the arsenal. And you see this ball hit to right, and it's going to fall for a hit. Dexter Fowler is 2 for 2. 2-1. There's a drive to deep right. That ball is crushed. Look out in the Allegheny. Well, they're loving it. in Chicago outside Wrigley. And Kyle Schwarber, the rookie, with a 2-run jack here in the third.
I mean, just how composed he is when he gets up here. It seemed like nothing seemed to affect him. Just right there, how calm he was.
Since 1884.
Shallow left. Who wants it? Mercer makes the catch over the shoulder, and then the throw back to first for the double play. Tough play for Mercer. And then Bryant caught off the bag at first. But the Cubbies do some damage. And Alvarez goes down swinging for out number one. As Montero Miller formula. Former pitching coach for the Orioles and the Pittsburg Pirates, virtually untouchable. And there is strikeout number 6 through 3 innings. Stella getting the start at third base tonight here in the wild card game. And he taps that one to first. Alvarez in the game now makes the play unassisted for the first out. Rough start for the Pirates. Rounded to third. Harrison had to back up and then made the long throw for the second out.
He's about 160 now.
Lined over the head of Harrison into center field. And that's a 2-out single. The 1-2. And Cole struck him out to end the fourth. It remains 3-0 Cubs. Loop to right. Schwarber is right there to make the play.
Generally speaking, that is true. The more you see what the breaking ball does, what the fastball does, what he likes to do to you personally, then you can get a better
young players.
Reaches out wide of first, and Marte is out by a step. Chicago Cubs through 4. The importance of that. Getting this game started with a base hit off Gary.
Like in this case, it looked like he was a little frustrated for that reason.
The 2-2 in the air, deep right, back toward that wall, and Fowler has gone deep. Fowler gets the congratulations. Schwarber lofts one to right. Polanco gives way to McCutcheon. There's a monologue going on in there. To short. Jordy Mercer handles that. But the Chicago Cubs add to their lead. Another long ball. It's fourth in the bottom half of the fifth for the Pirates. Look out. His first time. Shallow left. Steerek 3 called. 2 down. Cervelli takes off on the 3-2. Strike 3 called to Alvarez. Strikeout number 8 for Jake Arrieta. 5 innings in the books as he's shutting out the Pirates. That PMs are waiting on deck, but the night is done after 5 innings, and Antonio Bastardo takes over for Pittsburgh.
Well, especially with the 2 lefties coming up, led by Anthony.
And he looks at a called strike 3. Tally Feliz of the Rangers. And that was a short AB. In the air behind second. Neil Walker squeezes it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Antonio Bastardo. We're in the middle of the 6th in a 4-0 game. A wild card game in the National League. on TBS. Austin Jackson, the new left fielder for the Chicago Cubs, and Chris Bryant moves from left to third. Pitch in the 5th. And there is a base hit to lead off the 6th for Travis Snyder. Line drive caught by Bryant. What a play. He got leather on it. Couldn't hold it the first time, but then made the play. Ooh. Hit Harrison. Second Pirate hit by Arrieta in this one. 4-0 deficit. To short. Off Russell. All hands are safe. Well hit to short. Russell to second for one. To first. Double play. Jake Arrieta hops off the mound. A huge double play to end the inning.
There's Tony Watson, has been almost unhittable here at PNC Park. A 0.64 ERA.
Scoring on that first ball hit to Russell. As Montero grounds to first, and Alvarez made a nice play. Throwing to the new pitcher, Tony Watson, for the first out. Double play. And he strikes out for the second out here in the 7th. Blue, the Cubs travel well. And Watson just hit Arrieta. Now, Arrieta's hit a couple of Pirates, and now we've got the Chicago bench emptying and words being exchanged, and here come the Pirates. And for a couple of teams that met 19 times this year, things are getting vocal. That's all it is at this point.
Well, you can see the side of the Pittsburg Pirates. What they're saying is, you've hit 2 of our players, and you did it, Jake Arrieta, so we're going to try to get back at you. As you can see, Garrett Cole trying to get involved. Arrieta's been pushed out of the scrum, but you can see it from Chicago. They're saying to themselves, hey, we need this guy to move along in the postseason. And you threw a ball and hit him.
Well, the whole issue is, was it intentional or not?
Absolutely.
Hit him with a breaking ball. That one was intentional,
yes,
for sure. But were the other 2 intentional? It looked like he lost control of his fastball, hit him with a breaking ball, and this was a reaction for sure, a message sent back.
This is 19 times playing during the year. This is getting blanked by Madison Bumgarner last year in the wild card, and now being blanked again by Arrieta here.
You see, Sean Rodriguez was at one point being restrained by 3 Pirates, and he's still barking. Rodriguez, one of Joe Madden's old players in Tampa.
Managers and the umpires got to get this under control, get the players back on the bench.
Seventh inning fireworks here at PNC.
The only thing I would do different in this instance, if I was Jake Arrieta and the pitcher hit me in the fanny, because I've hit 2 of their players, I would have run to first base. And that might have stopped everything. But once he stopped to talk to Watson, that's when the fireworks started.
Down. And there he goes. There's your answer. Right-handed. Into right field. Will it fall? No, it will not. Polanco with a fine running catch to end the 7th. A lot of action in the 7th. No runs scored. It stays 4-0 Valley. Well hit, base hit to lead off the bottom of the 7th. In the 6th, but could not score. Get the leadoff hitter on here in the 7th, Krista Norton. But he goes down swinging for the first out here in the 7th. Well hit to third. Bryant on the backhand. There's one. There's two. What a play by the rookie Bryant. After the second straight inning, an inning-ending double play gets the Cubs out of trouble.
Fantastic job. He's the closer of the Kansas City Royals. He's moved around a lot since then. Was with the Detroit Tigers where he got his 2
Cubs in the 8th. Aramis Ramirez stays in the game at third for the Pirates, and Josh Harrison moves from third to short. Thrown by Sean Rodriguez, who was thrown out of the game, as Denorfia draws the count 0-2 and worked him for a walk. Tried to check his swing, called out on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Soria. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Jackson goes down swinging. So after a leadoff walk, Soria with 3 strikeouts. We head to the bottom half.
Balls this at bat.
And that's the hat trick. Pittsburgh bullpen. Line right up the middle. Morse, who started the year with the Marlins. And in the air to right. Plenty of room for Denorfia. 2 down. Strike 3, and they'll have to complete the strikeout with the throw to first. 11 Ks on the night for Jake Arrieta, who has shut out the Pirates through 8. Through the American League Championship Series. And the Chicago Cubs 3 outs away. Starlin Castro leads off with a line drive to short. And Harrison gloves it for the first out. Tapped up toward first. Alvarez takes it himself. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 9th. We'll have one more crack at it in the bottom half of the 9th. Well hit down the line, fair ball. Addison Russell around first as that ball caroms off. And Russell is out at second. That's Starling Marte knowing the ballpark. That ball caromed off the wall, and he charged and threw him out. Andrew McCutchen has a hit. This one's right back to Arrieta. 1 out. Whose high this year is 123. On the ground to third. Bryant to Rizzo. 2 down.
He gave up 2 home runs in a start, and he did it tonight.
Little check swing, and for the first time in 12 years, the Chicago Cubs have a postseason victory. They win the wild card game, blanking the Pirates 4-0. And at DraftKings in Chicago, Illinois, there in Wrigley, that celebration will continue for a while.